What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting the light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the politics and BS. For those who are not in denial, we know that 45 is a big liar, right? I want to play this clip from New York State Attorney General Letitia James, who has been victorious in the prosecution of Donald Trump in the state of New York that he's currently trying to get overturned at this point in time, which my personal opinion, even though the Supreme Court did something that was highly insane, which is pretty much saying that we will say they said a president is pretty much a king and could do almost anything while they were in office that was supposedly for the office of the presidency and not be held criminally liable for those actions for what they called official acts. But it really was about Donald Trump, even though he is not currently the president. Because if he was never the president, they would have never done anything like that. But the things that he was prosecuted for were not official acts, and most of those things happened while he was not even the president. It was before he was. So I don't see that happening for him, although I don't see him serving any prison time for that either. But I digress. She made a statement about him and the Project 2025 that he has tried to step away from. I don't know anything about it. I didn't prepare it. I don't know who's involved. I haven't really heard much. Just deny. She came out and made a statement about it. And I want to play this clip because I also want to play what he had to say, which is so contradictory to him not being involved with the project in the first place.
Is at stake right now, and everything is at stake. As the Attorney General of the great state of New York, I and my other colleagues, all Democratic Attorney Generals, have endorsed Kamala Harris for President of these United States. And I think an Attorney General obviously knows, is in the best position to know what a former Attorney General is capable of. And Kamala Harris clearly is capable and is the most qualified individual to run for president. In fact, more qualified than the last four presidents. And it's important that individuals recognize that our basic liberties and freedoms right now are being jeopardized. As the Attorney General of the state of New York, I've joined with others to analyze Project 2025. And this is not something which is new to us. This is something which Donald Trump is true to. Why? Because when he was president of these United States, I and other attorney generals, Democratic attorney generals, we had to sue him. In fact, under my leadership, my office sued Donald Trump over 100 times. And the basis of all of that was Project 2025. So he cannot distance himself from something that he has attempted to implement when he was president of these United States. And we were successful 70% of the time. We were the firewall, Democratic attorney generals. And she, Kamala Harris, given her experience, given her background, given someone obviously who was concerned about liberty and freedoms in this country and our democracy as a whole, she is the most qualified candidate to be president of these United States. And it is my singular focus to have her elected as president of these United States, organizing, mobilizing, and educating individuals about all that Donald Trump did to this country to divide us based on artificial constructs such as race and class and gender. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, I believe because we are in a post-Roe world, that it is up to the women. And that's why individuals obviously need to step up, get people registered to vote, particularly in battleground states, and get out the vote in November.
General James, you...
All right, so you heard that, and here's why what she said is so important.
We're going to give immunity to police so they can do their job. I'm giving federal immunity to police officers so they can do their job. We're going to...
Now, we already know that that's a problem, and especially in light of what just recently came out about what happened to Sonia Massey. For him to say giving federal immunity to police officers so that they can, quote, do their job. No one's stopping them from doing their job. What people are trying to stop is this constant, shall we say, when it comes to especially the other communities where the violence, the taking of lives for situations that did not warrant a weapon even being used, for them to just be able to walk away as if nothing happened. And quite frankly, if there wasn't the video footage, which he would probably say, we're not even going to stop at giving them federal immunity. We're going to take away the body cams. Who needs to see what's going on? I could see that happening if he was in office again. All of this really is a wake-up call. I know these so-called fake Christians want to believe that Donald Trump is who's supposed to be in office, and then you got all these fake prophets out here on social media claiming that God told them that Donald Trump is going to be the next president. All this, God has nothing to with elections. Okay, let's be clear. That's a civic thing. That has nothing to do with God. So leave God out of it, first and foremost. But two, these are the same people that hate, they lie, they do all kinds of things that really are ungodly, but all they care about is what another person does with their body, whether it is a pregnancy termination, or them deciding to become trans, or or be a drag queen. None of those things personally affect them, but they can lie, they can hate, they can do all kinds of things that really do affect other people, but they're worrying about what other people read. They're worrying about what people know about their history. They're worrying about what people are doing with their bodies, whether it's themselves or with other people. That doesn't affect them personally. It has nothing to do with them. And they don't love. It's just all so hypocritical. So they're ridiculous. But I wanted to share that because Letitia James, the woman, has not backed down. She has not become petrified or in fear or worried, because she just, I don't even like saying this term, but she stood on business. She stood on business when it came to Donald Trump. She did not back down like he has on his t-shirts. She never surrendered. And she's letting people know he absolutely 100% has everything to do with Project 2025, and the many lawsuits that these attorneys generals have had to file have been because of that. Not just because of that, but that definitely was a thing. So you can let me know what you think about this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Thanks so much for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.